My name is Jalen Kale. You can check out my newest album, Back to the Basics, on all streaming platforms, wherever you enjoy getting your music at. But uh, new music videos will also be accompanying this album, so keep your eye out over on my YouTube channel. Make sure you go subscribe. All 12 songs will have a music video eventually, so if you see this before all of them are out, be sure to stay tuned for more.
I'm Theo Kale. Uh, I make short films and movies. You can check my stuff out at Glasshouse Films 8 on YouTube. And if you want to get in contact with me about potentially being in any films or anything, the link to my Instagram and everything should be in the comments below of whatever video you're watching of ours. So, yeah, that's really it.
Welcome back to the Two Tone Podcast, episode number 63. So, 2 weeks in a row, old TT ain't been able to make it. So, my name is Jalen Kale. Alongside me for the fourth or fifth time, I don't remember, my fiance is Sam.
Hello.
How you doing, Sam? It's been a hot minute since you've been on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm good. I've been in school to be a nail tech and whatnot, so that's always exciting.
Indeed. It's been a long road. You're almost done with it.
Yeah, I graduate probably at the end of the month. So
Hell yeah.
I take my state board test in like a week. My heartbeat picked up as I said that.
I'm gonna say it's exciting news and scary at the same time because then you got to go out and try and find a job with the certifications that you got now.
Yeah. But I do have an Instagram set up. It's at Sam's Nail Glams, I'm sure.
Oh, so I'll put it in the description for everybody. So check it out.
But yeah, I'm planning on getting some salon experience, so I'll definitely be putting that on my social media so that people know where to find me. But yeah, if you want to see examples of my nail art, check it out.
Hell yeah. Well, I don't really know too much about the nail art game, but is there like a certain style or medium that you prefer?
So the two main mediums that I use for like extensions is acrylic and gel X. I do prefer acrylic. Not saying that gel X doesn't take talent, because like you need to learn how to do like cuticle prep and using the drill and a whole bunch of stuff,
right,
and like know the chemistry of what you're doing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel like acrylic shows more skill and patience and like, because you literally have to like hand build this nail. Like,
that's the powder stuff, right?
The stinky stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So they did a couple sets of nails in the house, and I came home and I was like, "What the fuck is this smell, dude? It's like the whole house just smells like ass. What even went on?" But lo and behold, it was just nails. Thank God. So
I like the smell, but
I am not a fan of the smell.
I think it's just like a really nostalgic feeling for me.
Fair enough.
'Cause like the first time I went to get my nails done, I was like 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't get like acrylics or
Right,
anything.
but
I just got my nails painted.
Right, still doing acrylics
like,
and whatnot in the shop, so it smells like
right.
that.
That's what me and my grandma used to do. Like that was our thing. Like we'd go get manicures and pedicures together. Like literally to this day, like I do her nails now instead of us going together.
So I couldn't tell you the last time I was in a nail salon when I was a child, but
I love that smell.
I had to go one time. My mom was at the nail salon, and I had to get the keys for something. I don't remember what it was, but I walked in and I was like, oh fuck, where's my mom? You know, fucking. But
I really enjoy doing it though, and I I don't want to sound like braggy or like arrogant or anything, but I feel like I'm pretty talented for like not having any professional experience. I'm completely self-taught other than what I've learned in school,
right. Oh,
which
so
is basically just like perfecting techniques and like cuz like nothing I've done in school is something I haven't tried before.
right, like that one set that you did, the strawberry shortcake set.
Yes.
That shit was crazy. Throw up your hand. I'll put a little picture in the podcast. Boom. But yeah, it's crazy like the detail you put in all the individual nails.
Yeah, and I think everyone really liked that it was like circa the 80s
Right,
version
like
of
the
strawberry
old
shortcake, and like that's coming back really hot right now. But I also did cuz as a kid Ginger Snap was my favorite,
mm-hmm.
and she had a pet chipmunk named Chocolate Chipmunk. And so I did a set of them circa 2003.
Gotcha.
And that's like my second favorite set that I did cuz I also made like a little 3D plate of cookies.
Mm-hmm. I seen that, yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, like little charms that I glued on there.
I must say I never realized like the 3D aspect of it all. I feel like that's kind of a more recent venture in the nail art game.
See, I when I first started going to school, I really wanted to start my own salon and like market it as autistic owned, women owned.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like just a safe space for anybody and everybody.
Right.
Um like sensory friendly, like having a nice little sensory friendly environment, you know, like I'd like to have headphones at every station that could be disinfected between clients so that you know, if you want to connect your phone and just watch a little movie during your service, you can do that.
That'd be pretty sick.
I'd like to have a additional menu as far as services go where you can literally pick what kind of service you have. Like I don't want to talk at all. I'd like conversation, maybe a little bit of both, you know.
I've seen a place like it was like a makeup shop or something like that, and the different baskets, like you choose like a red basket is like, I'm new to this. Your help is welcome. Or like the black basket, you're like, no, I know what I'm doing. I don't really want to be
Yeah.
interrupted while I'm shopping. Because I feel like that's a really big part of the service experience. You're like,
I've
how
also
much do
seen
I
it.
step in, and how much do I,
Yeah. I've also
just
seen it in Ubers.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that should be like an option on the app.
Yeah.
Be like, I don't want fucking Jamar trying to fucking. Oh shit! I just had my cousin had a baby, and they fucking
What do you do for a living?
right. I'm just like, I just need to go to the fucking. Just need to go to work, dog.
Right.
I ain't trying to tell you my whole life story.
Right. But yeah, I thought that I wanted to do that and I still really would like to do that.
Mm.
But I think low key the dream at this point is to go to like expos and stuff like that. And maybe I should own my own salon for a while before I do that. I haven't really done that much research, but I found out that there's like statewide competitions and nationwide competitions based on like nail art where they
Interesting.
give you a theme and you just like go fucking ham.
I'm about to say, I'm sure, motherfucker. I've seen like videos on TikTok as well. Like they have the nails that are like fucking this long,
Yeah.
and it's like a whole forest. And I'm like,
Yeah.
how are you gonna do anything? That's
No,
ridiculous.
it's literally just for the art.
Right. I figured as much, but like that's ridiculous. Like just building all of that shit from nothing.
It's basically I like to think of those kind of nails as like kind of like performance art. Like it's it is
Excuse me.
what it is in the moment and it's just temporary and that's just like what it's for.
Fair
It just
enough.
is what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
I can understand that. It is
kind
pretty
of
wild.
take it or
some of
leave it kind of like I've seen girls do crazy nails and I'm like how do you like some girls like little puff balls and stuff on their nails.
Mm-hmm.
And I found out the other day that some girls will like do a thicker acrylic like for their nail
Mm-hmm.
and then drill a little hole in it and put a magnet in it
What
and
the
then
fuck?
attach another magnet to the charm so that they can like take the puffball off when they take a shower or like wash their hands or
That is fucking wild.
I was like, these nail girlies out here are genius. Like,
I'm about to say that I came across this video the other day of a chick doing like these encapsulated nails where
oh,
there's
like
like the
the
water
glitter
inside. Yeah.
liquid. Yeah.
And then it was like it was supposed to be like a wicked theme set. And
Oh,
it was
I
like a gag video. But like the base of the nails, like having the water trapped inside of it, like a
yeah.
fucking, you know, I don't know what they're called, but
I we watched in class the other day. I think it was Friday
uh-huh.
that Miss Alora, my teacher, shout out Miss Alora.
Shots out.
um, she showed us like nail tutorials and stuff because it was Friday. She was not feeling it.
Fair enough.
And we saw this video. This girl made Tiana themed nails, like Princess and the Frog.
Yeah.
And on one hand, she painted Tiana, and then on the other hand, she painted like Princess Tiana and what's his name, Prince Naveen,
Sounds good to me.
as frogs. On the other hand, and like on this hand, it was like glitter green liquid
Uh-huh.
in the background for her dress,
Yeah.
and then on this hand, it was like blue glitter liquid. But she like painted the bottom of it to make it like actually look like water, like glistening, and it
Right.
was really fucking cool. She like painted a whole
Interesting.
sunset and like literally was like in there with the fucking like jeweler's magnifying glass like
Right. That shit from Toy Story with the fucking
yeah, basically, and painted these tiny ass little frogs. I was like, listen, I would charge low-key a lot for a set like that. That's like hours and hours of work. People really underestimate how much character work takes.
I'm about to say I've seen a few sets where like they go for, you know, $2, $3, $400. I'm like,
Mhm.
how you spend that much money on nails, dog?
Well, especially if you're doing acrylic. To me, gel X costs less than acrylic even though the supplies cost more. Which
Fair
doesn't
enough.
make any sense to me. Anyways, if you're doing acrylic, that's probably like an hour and a half to 2 hours service on its own. Like if you just want French tips or a little heart or something like that.
Right.
If you want like French tips and nail art and charms, that's going to be like 2.5, 3 hours. If you want a full character art set with like little charms and da 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 da, that's probably going to be like 4 or 5 hours. If you want extra fucking long and like all this shit, you're going to be there all fucking day. Like that's an entire day's worth. And you want your toes to match, bitch, that's a 10-hour shift.
Right. You might
I
as well
wish I
just
was joking. That's a one appointment day, and you best believe I'm charging you at least $200 for my whole fucking day.
Oh, I'd charge way more than $200. That's ridiculous.
I
For
said at least.
for 10 hours of work? That's
I said at
fucking
least. I said at least.
supplies alone, damn near.
Because
That'd be
if you charge
ridiculous.
$200, that is $20 an hour for 10 hours.
You right. The math is mathin'.
And I think that's a fair amount for a fair amount of work. You know what I mean? It depends on what kind of client they are, to be honest. Like, if this is your first fucking appointment, babe, that's $350 easy.
Right.
Tip not included.
I
Sorry.
just feel like in this economy, it's not, but I feel like you could definitely charge way more than $200 for, like, if somebody wants to rent you out for the day, just damn near just, I'll
If
come to
it's
your
like
house with.
if it's like a loyal client, or at least they've been to me a few times, and they're like, "Hey, I have this special event coming up. I really need you to like pamper me, bling out these fucking nails."
Right.
200 to 50. And that's not including tip as well, because I am of the philosophy as long as you keep it fair for both sides, you will bring in more tips than someone who like quote unquote charges what they're worth.
Right. I feel like I didn't even think about that, the tip part. Yeah. I'm gonna
Because
say I
if
don't
you take
really.
care of your clients, they're more likely to return and they're going to tip you way more because the quality of your work and the prices, like, they'll be coming back.
I'm gonna say I don't even think about tip because I don't really be in a position to have to tip somebody. I always go and get my food. Like I cut my own hair.
Yeah.
What am I gonna tip the dentist or something? I
I
don't
mean, we
fucking know.
go out occasionally and we
But I mean,
usually
yeah,
tip
like
like
when
at
I go
least,
out to eat, I'll tip, but it's
I was going to
very
say, we'd
far and
usually
few
tip at least
between
like 15, 20%.
if I got it.
Yeah.
But I forget what we was talking about.
Tipping, I also feel like, because, I mean, you know this, but I was a waitress for like almost 10 years.
Right.
So, like, I feel like tipping greatly depends on how good the customer service is, like their attitude while they're doing their job,
Right.
how efficiently they do their job, timing. Like, there's so many things that go into waiting on a table. And maybe it's just me because I have the eye for it, but like, I pay attention to those things. Like, if I have to ask you for something,
Right.
if I have to constantly be like, where the fuck is my waitress at? If my food comes out incorrectly, like,
If I ask
I'm
you
not
for a
saying,
ranch and then
right,
15 minutes later you give me the ranch, I'm like, "Dog, I already ate my food. What the fuck?"
right. Or like, if food doesn't come out at the same time, or like if I ask for something off of it, I'm not saying it's always the waitress's fault, but 9 times out of 10, it's because the waitress rang it in wrong. That's just from working at the same restaurant for so long. 9 times out of 10, it was my fault.
I agree with that sentiment. Jennifer, if you ever get to this episode, just know it's your fault. But yeah, I can't tell you how many times as a kitchen person I'll be like, all right, so making the order. They come back and this is all made wrong. I was like, well, I just fucking made what they rang up, dog. I'm not
Right,
only so much I can do. I don't know what you're getting mad at me for.
right. And that's why when somebody gets my order wrong, unless it's a sit down restaurant, like if I go through the drive through and they get something wrong, I check the receipt and see if they rang it incorrectly or not, so I know
Be like,
who to
oh,
yell
yep,
at.
that bitch didn't take the onions off. God damn it, I knew she didn't.
I think that's another thing that low key kind of makes me a Karen though. Cause like if you're genuinely bad at your job, like I'm not saying that waitressing is easy, cause I've been through my fair share of rushes that made me want to fucking die,
Been there.
to put it lightly. But it's not like difficult. You know what I mean?
It is pretty straightforward.
Like if I'm one of 4 cars in the drive-through, why are you incorrectly ringing my order? We're not in the middle of a rush, babe. What are you hurrying for?
It kills me when motherfuckers think it's busy and I'm like, there's literally 3 cars and 2 people in the building. It's like, just take a breath, calm down. It'll all work out.
But I think my experience in customer service is definitely going to help me in the nail world, because if there's one thing people are fucking mean about, it's their food.
I'm gonna say it's like waitressing, but you're the cook also. Oh,
Honestly, if someone like yelled at me about their nails,
I'd be like, all right, give me
unless
the clippers. You don't like them? See you, bitch.
unless it like genuinely wasn't my fault, like say like we're done and they're like, I don't like them.
Like, what the bitch?
Okay, well, I'll clip them off and you're gonna have to come back a different day.
You just wasted all my time. I ain't gonna. You're right. I'm what to say.
But like, if it's like just me genuinely not doing a good job or like unable to complete the service or something like that, like absolutely yell at me. Or like if I genuinely messed up and they're fugly, like yeah, yell at me, because this is like technically it's a semi-permanent service because you don't have to see me again for 2 to 3 weeks.
I mean, I feel like even
I mean,
even
you
in
could
that
go somewhere else, but like
even in that situation, I feel like I have to yell at somebody. Be like, damn, girl. Okay, so you see my middle finger, how it go do, not go do, you know.
yeah, I mean, there are definitely more serious things to get upset about, but I'd be more understanding someone yelling at me about their nails than about fucking food.
Yeah, fair enough. But
Cause like,
the food is readily available. Like
well, cause me messing up your nails and having to do a removal, that's another half an hour, 45 minutes that you're gonna have to sit there while I
right.
fix it. Food, I can fix that in like 10, 15 minutes max.
Right.
Just send another ticket to the kitchen. It'll be out as fast as possible. Like,
Put a little star on it or whatever.
right. So I'm a little nervous because I'm not good with confrontation. I think that's why I want to get salon experience so bad before owning my own. Because let a bitch say that she left her wallet in the car. Let a bitch say.
Lock the doors.
Be like,
Lock
okay,
the doors, Antonio.
okay, leave your shoes. What size you got on?
Start running motherfuckers' pockets.
Honestly, leave your phone.
All right, go get your. Oh, my keys are on my phone. Well, that's unfortunate.
Collateral is legal.
I'm gonna say also you can refuse a service and for any reason.
Yep.
So I mean, you got the bitch with the tips, just on her fingers, and then all right, nope, just get the fuck out, bitch. I need hit the road, Jack.
No, because tell me why. One time at school, a lady saw one of my friend's nail art up front. She was like, I want this girl to do my nails. She asked for a short set of just Frenchies, right? Tell me why this lady sits down. My friend puts the nail tips on and she goes, you don't have to cut the nail tips. For those that don't know, the nail tips are like this fucking long.
How many inches would you say is this long?
Like 2. Like from the tip of your finger out, they're like 2 inches long.
That's fucking long.
For nails, yeah. And that was short for her. Like, she showed us pictures of her other nails and, like...
What the fuck? Just stack them bitches?
Like literally Instagram nails. Like, long as fuck. I was like...
Could have used damn half a bottle of polish on one of them bitches.
Literally. And because we're in school, we only, like, we don't have access to professional shops and shit, so we only have, like, the little 7 milliliter bottles.
Right.
I'm gonna need to buy, because she wanted them all black on one hand and then all white on the other hand. Those are the 2 most popular colors, bitch. No.
Right.
And then she wanted a blinged out nail. No. That's gonna take all my rhinestones. That's all of them. Every single color. Like,
All them bitches.
all of them.
She wanted the damn infinity gauntlet.
Yeah, and she was like looking at my charms even though she was my friend's client. And I was like,
These are not available, miss.
no, literally, I was like, these aren't for sale. She was like, and I was like, the fuck? Ooh, Miss Girl. Don't have me acting out of character. It pissed me off.
The fucking trauma in the nails.
Honestly.
It's serious.
But yeah, hit me up.
All right. Well, we didn't really pick anything out for film and album of the week, but I figured we'd talk about the movie we just finished watching. We've integrated it into the podcast now. I got an intro clip in it. I ain't even gotta do it anymore. But.
Nice. Ooh.
Oh my god, I might be dead in a week. That fucking hurt. Shit.
Don't say that. Knock on some wood.
Fucking. There you go. All right, so I figured we could talk about the movie we just wrapped up before the podcast. Oh, Freaky Friday.
Yes.
Okay, so.
Love that movie.
So, yeah, we was eating dinner and we was like, what should we watch? The age-old question. And Sam was like, I'll take the reins on this one. Just put on Freaky Friday. And I was like, well, fuck it. I ain't seen it in forever, so.
The Lindsay Lohan version.
Is there another
There's an original version.
Hold up. Okay.
There's an original version from, I think, like the 80s or something.
Uh-huh.
And then there's like a new version. The Lindsay Lohan version is like...
The Lindsay
also
Lohan
Jamie Lee
version
Curtis.
is the new version?
Hmm?
The Lindsay Lohan one's the newer one?
No, there's like a newest one.
A newest one?
Like a Gen Z one.
Ew.
Yeah.
But you said there was one before that. Sorry, my headphones unplugged.
There was like a 80s version or something. and then our version,
Gotcha.
and then the newest version.
So yeah, talking about the Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis, low key
Bad as hell.
a baddie.
Yeah.
You ever seen I would say the most recent thing I could think of that she was in is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah. We watched that together.
Yeah. I can't remember if we ever finished it or not, but
It was crazy and it made me cry.
yeah. It's a fucking wild movie, honestly. It's a fucking acid trip of a movie. But anyways, back to Freaky Friday. So what made you pick Freaky Friday out of nowhere?
Well, for those who don't know, Freaky Friday is about a mom and daughter who fight a lot, and the daughter's like, everyone's out to get me, you're ruining my life. And the mom's like sucking the fun out of everything. Fun sucker.
You can't
And-
date the guy with the motorcycle.
Yeah. And they go to this Chinese restaurant and they get a fortune cookie and then they switch bodies. And the movie's like about them trying to switch back and like living in each other's shoes for a while.
The one fucking scene that I think of every time we bring up this movie is fucking, I look like the crypt keeper.
I don't want to marry Ryan. Ew.
When they fucking just run at each other. Just fucking. Also, I didn't realize how fucking funny the little brother is in that movie. I forgot how fucking.
Do I have to switch with Grandpa? Oh, save me! Earthquake!
Oh, what was the other one? I forget what the fuck it was, but it was fried as shit. It was like a jab at the Lindsay Lohan's character. I forget what it was, but it was funny as fuck.
Do you remember who said it?
The little brother. He like says something
Oh,
and then ran
she
up the
was like-
stairs.
She was like, I'm gonna kill myself. And he was like, Can I
Can I
watch?
yeah. I feel like they don't put that kind of comedy in movies anymore nowadays, and it's so fucking funny.
Oh, yeah, because the mom, Jamie Lee Curtis, took Anna, Lindsay Lohan, she took her door off her bedroom. And she was like, give me my door back or I'm going to kill myself. Can I watch?
Oh, it's fucking hilarious. I feel like they don't make comedies like they used to, man.
No.
The early 2000s, man.
I know.
What a time.
I feel like our generation was like fucking elite. We literally watched so much technological progression and so many fucking tragedies that like it amazes me how older generations don't understand why we brain rot so much.
Fair enough.
It's literally a way of de-traumatizing ourselves. It's a coping mechanism. Like our lives, anyone born from like 1995 to like 2000, 2001, their entire life, they've been hearing about fucking 9/11 and swine flu and bird flu and war in Afghanistan and war in Iran and
The collapse.
literally and COVID and fucking like it's just been one tragedy after the fucking other.
Monkeypox.
What's happening in I think it's Pakistan or Israeli or whatever the fuck.
Israel,
yeah.
Israel, Palestine, not Pakistan.
Oh yeah, Palestine. Sorry, I don't fucking look at depressing shit on the internet, okay?
I don't blame you at all.
My entire For You page is built brick by brick of Brittany Broski and funny pet videos. Like,
I can attest to it.
and memes. Can't forget memes.
Well, while we're talking about TikTok, you want to make it a short episode, hop into Sauce Talks instead of TT's Talks this week.
I might have lost my train of thought, but I think I was going somewhere with that, but...
Welcome to the Two Tone Toasted podcast.
Welcome to the Two Toasted podcast.
We just make a spinoff where we just give
And that's the episode of the week.
We just make a spinoff episode where just me and you get violently high, just too toasted.
We put the smoke filter on it.
We're just sitting here, it's like, what if, man? Like, You ever thought, like, what if they just turned off gravity, man?
What?
That would be fucking
Oh
hilarious.
yes, I remember now.
Okay.
Anyways,
Go for it.
speaking of brain rot,
All right, go for it.
our generation has literally just like been tragedy after tragedy after tragedy on top of like the normal tragedies of life, like grief and loss and just like seasonal
Right.
depression and it's just like, I just want to watch funny videos on my little magic box, you know what I'm saying?
That's understandable.
like like I said, I don't like looking at like political or like depressing shit on the internet cuz it's just like
It
for
feels
what?
like it's just a fire waiting to happen.
Literally. And like when I stopped watching so much true crime and like Law and Order and stuff like that, like my anxiety, it didn't like go away, but it definitely got better.
I'm gonna say I feel like a lot of I'm gonna make a generalization here, but a lot of women like those kind of shows, and I'm like, you're literally like
Scaring yourself.
exposing yourself to all this traumatizing shit, so you make the world seem so much scarier than it is.
And
With that said,
that's also a man's perspective.
the world is violently scary. I'll give you that. Like, it is. There is a lot of reckless shit that happens, like but I feel
I
like
don't disagree with you, but I feel like that's bold of you to say as a man.
the more
Hear me out.
it's
because
like manifestation. You're sitting there, you're like,
a
all right, so
self-fulfilling prophecy. I understand what you're
type
saying,
shit.
but when the statistic is literally 1 in 4 and there's trillions of people in the world, that's like a horrifying statistic.
Well, fair enough. I'm not like trying to.
And the fact that most domestic violence and sexual assault cases are family, people you know. Like, I'm not going to try and get too deep into this, but boys grow up hearing like boys will be boys and don't roughhouse too much and da 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 da, and girls grow up hearing things like, oh, he's only mean to you because he likes you, and if someone tries to kidnap you, yell fire instead of help, and like carry your car keys in between your fingers if you're walking to your car alone at night, park underneath a street lamp. Like, that's horrifying. And I feel like it's super important to be smart about it. But I also agree with your point that like scaring yourself into like isolation and constant anxiety is like not good either. Like,
Right, like I'm about to say, I feel like
it is also equally important though that you are aware of those situations because it can
right,
happen to anybody. Like,
right. Like I'm not trying to take away from anything that has happened to anybody, but
right.
at a certain point, if that's all you consume, then that's all you're gonna think about.
Exactly.
Like you're not thinking about going out with your friends and having a good time. You're thinking about, oh shit, if I go out to the bar with my friends, I'm gonna get fucking dosed with a roofie and fucking
Which,
die.
like,
Which is, it's like it's one
it's
of
a
those
good thing to
fine
have
line
in the back
things.
of your mind,
Right, like it's good to
but it should not be at the forefront.
be aware that that can happen and be cognizant of the situation. But I feel like that's a whole other can of worms we can get into. Just like
I was about to say, there's like rules for girls when we go out. Guys, like, for the most part, is just like, don't drive drunk
well,
and like drink responsibly. But like for girls, it's like, I mean, I guess guys could have the same rules, and maybe I just don't know about it because I didn't grow up as a guy. But
I mean,
for girls,
there's
like,
definitely like guy
if
things, but it's more
you didn't watch the drink getting poured, don't drink it.
yeah.
If you leave your drink unattended, that's not your drink anymore.
But I feel
Like that kind of always
just smart
stand over your cup.
rules.
Like,
Right.
have you seen those videos of like, there's this girl on TikTok that like quote unquote roofies her friends with candy to show them
Yeah,
like
I've
how
seen-
easy
yeah.
it is
I've
to
seen those
lose track of
videos.
your drink like that. And again, 1 in 4, 8 out of 10 times it's someone you know. So like
Right.
you're out with a group of friends, it's super easy to like let your guard down around people that you know.
Right.
And that's why I don't drink in public, guys. I don't drink at all anymore, but
Fair enough. I don't blame you at all.
it's a scary world out there, but don't scare yourself more than necessary.
Right. I feel like there's a fine line between being scared and being
Cautious.
right. Like what I say
Hypervigilant is what my therapist would call
what I wanted to
overcautious.
bring up out of all this was that, like, um damn, I had it and then I lost it.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Um damn. Yeah, really ain't got no idea what I was about to say. Welcome to the Two Toasted podcast. Um, yeah. I don't even know the fuck I'm. Okay. You want to get into sauce talks?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, let me fix the settings here so you can hear the.
Do I need to connect my phone to the TV?
Nope, I got it
Okay.
all edited up.
Hell yeah.
So. Can you hear me at the TV?
Yep.
Okay. Let's hope the audio doesn't overlap. And sorry if this is about loud as shit. I actually gotta turn the audio down just on this one. I get fucking copyright stricken. But this shit is crazy. I tried to yo-yo about one time and smacked the absolute shit out of my face and then
I've
actually do tricks and shit.
I've actually gotten like 2 yo-yos in my life. I have yo-yoed, and that's it. Just 2.
Oh, so I know how to do like the up and down, but I couldn't even fucking begin to do all this shit.
It's the end for me.
Man's just going.
Right. The star.
That is pretty fucking crazy. We got quite a few, so buckle in. The chowder hat is
Or
fucking
chowder hat, yeah.
very nice. I think it's this. I should have deleted the other ones before I did this.
Pull me out. Pull me out. Please.
Please.
Please. Oh, fuck. Thank God I've never been that fucking drunk. I've been close.
She's got a whole handful. No! No, I can't do! Oh God. You better hurry
He just put her fucking whole hand down his throat. Oh, Lord. If that's not enough birth control for you, I don't know what is.
Silent night.
Oh, I'm the person that did it. I swear to God. I piss myself and then ask you if you're alright. Oh, God. That's a good friend right there.
Oh, this mug is so cool.
If you get it, you get it.
Oh, this mug is so cool. Wow, this mug is so cool.
I don't know why that one gets me so fucking hard.
This next one's lightning as fuck.
Oh, that's a good kitty, I say as I pet on Kitty.
No, I'm evil, kitty.
Said evil Kitty.
That man's attitude will switch up so fast, I swear to God.
Me. On God.
I've been to the driving range exactly one time in my life, and that was enough times for me. I didn't realize I could be so bad at something. This last one. Fucking mint.
These were all on my For You page, by the way. Aforementioned.
Oh, it's a strawberry. Yep.
I want to run it back one more time.
Oh, it's a strawberry. You okay? Yep.
Oh, it's too good. Oh, it's too good. All right, I want to say thank you one more time for watching the Two Tone Podcast. Thank you to Sasa for joining us.
You're
And
welcome.
This has been the Two Tone Podcast.